Hi there and welcome to episode 4 of Procurement Answers. So today we seek to answer the question, what are the differences between direct and indirect procurement? Well, first of all, let's start with a couple of definitions. So direct procurement are items that directly impact the products and services that a company sells to its end customer. So those are considered kind of above the line expenses or cost of goods sold. Now you also have indirect purchases. Those are more operational in nature, so they can be operational expense, it can be capital expense. But think of indirect purchases as items you need to buy from suppliers to keep the lights on. That's required for the company to operate. So it doesn't go into the end item, but it's needed for the company to function. You may also hear them defined as core and non-core. So core being those direct purchases that go into the cost of goods sold, non-core purchases being the indirect purchases that keep the company functioning. So here's a couple of differences between the two. So for direct purchases, you're always in the marketplace, or typically you're always in the marketplace, because those purchases, even 1 or 2% changes in price can actually have a big difference on the profitability of an end item you sell to your customer. There's also purchases that are direct are a lot better defined. So there'll be a lot more understanding of what exactly it is that you're required to buy because it fits into an end product that is already designed that goes to your customers. From an indirect perspective, well, rather than being in the market every day, when you're buying indirect products and services, it may be that you only need to buy those once every year, once every 3 years, maybe even once every 5 years. That means that it's really difficult for a company to be in the market all the time and to understand the market because you're just not buying it often enough. Certainly not unless you are one of the top, 50 companies in the world in terms of scale. Also with indirect purchases, the requirements are often less complete. There's less definition about what you need. And oftentimes you're kind of working through based on supplier responses to finalize what it is that you want. So when you go to market, you're not going with a set specification. That means that indirect purchasing is often a lot more complex than direct purchasing. But direct purchasing, you have one chance to get it right, because if you don't get it right, it's likely that that product or service is going to be in your end item for a long time. It's really difficult to change suppliers in a product or service that go into your end item. So a lot more complexity in the indirect spend, but the direct spend has a much bigger impact on the profitability of your company, and there's certainly less room to make mistakes because it's a lot harder to switch suppliers later. So that's the biggest differences between direct and indirect spend.